Before we talk about who they matching up with, let's break down what everyone wants to talk about, why everyone showed up today. I think you know what I mean. It's I think this is why everyone came today. So
Ah,
we got to talk about it, man. The Celtics had a disappointing loss in New York, Game 6, and they lost to the Knicks. And the Knicks are advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Now pulls
So
back.
let's talk about it.
Well short.
What
McBride, the
happened?
offensive rebound.
What happened?
It's ready to roll.
We also, it's been a long week actually as a Boston fan because Jason Tatum got injured Game 6, right? We didn't get to talk about that. That was after episode 12, so we never talked about that. So we had a great performance in Boston Game 5. We got the dub, but we got the dub and lost Jason Tatum. Devastating. So
that shit hurt.
we end up going to New York without Jason Tatum on the brink of elimination, and we got wiped up something crazy. So where do you guys want to start this conversation?
So just to clarify, we lost Game 4 with Tatum getting hurt in Game 4. Then we won Game 5.
Oh yes, you are right. You are right. Yep, 100%. We lost Game 4.
And that gave everybody hyped up, and that hype was immediately extinguished in game. I don't even like, to be honest, it doesn't matter. There's no measuring this, but I'm a massive fan of the team, but I have trouble watching them when they're not playing well. And I'm telling you, I was out halfway through the second quarter. I was out. I turned the shit off. I couldn't watch it. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was Jalen. Jalen showed up. I give Jalen props on a partially torn meniscus. He still showed up. Didn't tell anybody about it until after the season. Not an excuse of why we lost, but the supporting cast, man. Just like, there's so many things to talk about. Porzingis having the worst sickness that anyone's ever had in their life that nobody knows the name of.
In America.
Drew Holiday just reverting to like his when he had his stretch where because he had the mallet finger and the hamstring injuries. You're putting up single digits, and then Peyton Pritchard is sixth man of the year. This would have been a perfect time for Peyton Pritchard to come through and drop 20. But where was he at during the game? Like, you had Sam Hauser, who's nursing an ankle injury, but he did absolutely nothing. Al Horford's old, but he seems to show up when it matters. He wasn't there. Derek White just dropped 34, and what did you like? He was 1 for 7 in the first half, I think.
That was his one bad game all playoffs.
Yeah, but
this is the most important game. It doesn't matter what anyone did before, because nobody cares about what you did before. They care about what you do when it matters.
100%.
And they got 40 piece.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, Kristaps Porzingis, as much as I respect like what he did, like he was part of the team that won the championship, so he's always gonna have that. And he played 7 games, but he was impactful in the games that he played. For him to sit there and like half chuckle about like, oh, I played 12 minutes and I could already take a nap because I'm so tired from this sickness. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
I didn't even hear him say that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, don't play. Just don't play, nigga. Like, if you can't play, then don't play.
Sniff a line of coke or something, bro, and fucking man up or do something. Fucking show up for the game, bro. Like, don't sit here and chuckle about the fact that you could play 12 minutes and like everything about it. It sucked because when Tatum got injured, at least in my opinion, there was and I feel like this was a general feeling, because like I told y'all, I be out around, like I work on the train. I talk to a lot of people from different towns. A lot of people were dejected by the shit, and they were like, oh, they're thinking about next year when it's down 3-1. Nobody was talking about winning the series when we were down 3-1 until we won that game 6.
Yeah.
I mean the game 5. Then all of a sudden everybody's like has a little bit of hype.
Mm-hmm.
And then the team just lays an egg. And it was just like the worst fucking thing ever.
I think it's the conversation that we had a couple times about how your role players playing home and away are like two different things. And like it was something I was talking about like crowds, right? And we talked about how Houston Game 7, their fans were not there. But we knew that New York hasn't been to the fucking conference finals since fucking 1999. So we knew
bring that smoke.
They were going to be like, their crowd was going to be active. So everyone knew that it was going to be the most hostile environment they've played in a long time. You know what I mean? So yeah, and like Rex said, like guys didn't show up.
And the only person that showed up was Jaylen Brown, bro.
Yeah, he had
was Jaylen Brown.
I think at one point we had like 30. I think it was right here. We had like 30. He had like 15 or 16 points.
He had 13. Yeah. He had 13 of the like 20 points he scored in the first quarter or something like that.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And if you just got a little bit from these other guys, you would have possibly had a chance. But it's like, look, and you said this too. You said you brought this up about Peyton Pritchard. We've had like heated debates about Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard, this was the opportunity to show that like you can plug into the team, plug into the lineup when somebody's out and when it matters. And he didn't show up. He didn't show up until the game was already out of hand. And then that's the type of stuff that you can't have, because look at these guys. You have Miles McBride. This is actually
this is bad. Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, Miles McBride shitting on us was getting me tight.
You got Miles McBride.
Because they're at home though. They're at home. They're at their home now, so they could talk. They would like if Game 7 went back to Boston. If Game 7 went back to Boston, we would have blew them out. We would have blew them out in Boston Game 7, bro. There's no way they beat us in the Garden Game 7.
You know what's crazy too? Because Game 5, like there was mad New York niggas in the building. Yeah, so every time New York scored, you could hear them. So it's like it's only 4 hours away. It's a short trip. So it's
rivalry.
Like, we never truly had the Garden the way we usually did. Like the first couple games maybe, but like after that, New York was showing up.
Game 7, trust me, bro, we would have fucking. Bro, that arena would have exploded. I
would have had Celtics. Yeah, for sure.
We would have exploded, but so let's move on. Let's move on.
Pritchard would have had his game.
We'll break down the Tatum shit in the rec report and stuff like that. But for now, let's talk about the matchup.